Boom. There it is. We're live. Shout out to anybody watching this on the replay because, we get a lot of viewers via replay. And if you are watching this on a replay, still shoot us a message. Let us know that you're watching the replay. But this is the Friday Live brought to you by The Hood. I'm Jimmy with my partner, Corey. He's over there laughing. I know he's looking that. You out of pocket. But as you come in today, let us know who's here. As our folks come in, we'll be here for a quick minute like we are every Friday, give away some Bitcoin, talk about some stories, some Ratchet TV, a little bit of everything that we do on Fridays. Let us know who's here. Lorraine is in the building. Grand Rising. How are you, Lorraine? Thank you for pulling up, as always. Do me a favor, though. Hit the like button, hit the love button, show us some love. We got more folks coming in now. Everybody coming in. But as you come in again, leave us a message. Let us know who's here. Hit the like button. That's all we ask. You know what I'm saying? Don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. We're going to talk about some stories. We're going to give away our Bitcoin. We got Chris in the building, tapping in from Texas. Chris, what's good with you? Tweet Talkers in the building.
What's going on, y'all?
I told y'all episodes ago that Bank of America is my op. So anytime I get a chance to talk greasy about them, it's going down. We about to put them in a list. Jamil, what's good, Jamil? What up, though? GC is in the building.
Yizzle.
You know what I'm saying? We got folks tapping in all over the place. Juliet, how are you? Rochelle's in the building. Hey, family. Of course. They're too powerful. But we still gonna talk greasy about them, though. You know what I'm saying? Newark, New Jersey in the building. Oh, my fault. North. Yeah, I don't want to get
North.
Clap at me. I've been corrected several times in life. It's North. You know what I mean? North, New Jersey's in the building. You know what I mean? Then people at all the major banks be slick charging folks and opening more accounts. All of them. We got Brianna. The glue is in the building. My notifications are working right again, and I'm on time. Brianna, welcome. Shout out to you. I saw you in that dividends class last night. That was dope. Passer and Jay. It was like Kobe and Shaq out there. You know what I mean? I was Derek Fisher at the end. You know what I mean? Let's give him the ball and get out the way. You know what I mean? But,
I couldn't. I was trying, bro, man.
Corey
was
tapped
up
out
past my bedtime.
Corey tapped out on us, man.
I was trying, man. Like y'all was going like y'all was on like a long distance runner out there.
That was a 3 hour. They was getting it in. Like Pastor had all these sites. I was sitting there taking notes. Like, I ain't know about this one. You know what I mean? We was out there just throwing gems at each other. Let's see though. GC says, no worries, though. I got something for Bo in about 18 months. Okay. Keep us posted. We like to know how to do it. Last night was wonderful. Thank you, Brianna. We're going to make sure we pass along the message to our brothers, Pastor and Jay. But listen, man, we got some topics to talk about. We got to take a poop on Bank of America. We got a couple other topics to talk about. First and foremost, Corey, how are you, good brother?
I'm good, man. Everything is, I'm alive, man. Ain't nothing to talk about for real.
Hey, man, that's important, man. Got to check in with you every once in a while to make sure you're okay. This past weekend was amazing. We had our first class with the, Sharswood Brewerytown folks, and those kids, really enjoyed the class. So that was fun. Monday, we got to speak at an event on Dr. King's birthday, which is, always interesting to speak on Dr. King's birthday. So that was dope. So we were in the community doing that as well. If you know anyone that has any sort of programs dealing with the youth or returning citizens, holler at us. We try to put together programming for those things and, see what we can do. It doesn't matter where it is. Zoom opens us up to a lot of other places. So this past week, Monday, we spoke in person because that was in Philly. But if you're around the world, because we get people that watch on the replay and everything around the world, anything dealing with educating the youth or anti-recidivism, return to citizen type programs, that's the wave we on. That's who our focus is. You know what I mean? We don't, care about the others. We talk about money, but we that's our focus. Our focus is the people. You dig? So I want to start off by saying that. Also, I want to say thank you to everybody who pulled up to that special class last night. Like I mentioned, our brothers Jay and Passive, our MDC brothers, to a special dividends class. For those that are in the MDC, the replay will make its way back there after a couple of weeks. We're going to have it, put back into the MDC, so you'll have access to that as well. And if you are in the MDC and you're watching this, make sure you tap in Sunday live because that's, classes every Sunday. With that being said, Corey, let's get into a couple of these stories, man. Let's start with this, man. Something you said you had, you wanted to talk about real fast, man. A couple of things happening this week. We're going to poop on Bank of America in a minute, but it's a couple other things that happened first. Let's talk about Usain Bolt, man. Usain Bolt was missing $12.8 million from an investment in Jamaica, his lawyer says.
Yo,
$12.8 million. 8-time Olympic gold medalist Usain Bolt says more than 12.8 million is missing. His money was with a Jamaican investment firm, and now the government and police are on the job. Crazy part is when I first read this story, they had broke it down into a different, and I guess it's Jamaican money, whatever money they had broke it down in, and the number was in the billions. I was like, damn, Hussein was sitting on billions. And then they said, well, if you break it down into US dollars, is close to 13 million. Still a lot of chicken. That's a lot of chicken. You know what I'm saying? My man like worked his whole life for that bread, and to see it like go away like this, man, man, it's tough, man.
That's crazy. Like,
Cool.
yo,
12.8 million. What's your response when somebody got you for 12.8 million?
The same as his response, man. He called his lawyer and he said, "Get my chicken together." Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he said, I need my money by the end of the week. Not just I need my money.
Mm-hmm.
I need my money by the end of the week. Like, he went full gangster, like, had my money right. Like, he sound like I would sound. Like, I'm not asking. I'm telling you, like, if my money not there by the end of the week, things going down bad.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, like, I agree with his tone. You know what I mean? Most of the time when people be talking trash and they be, you know what I mean, talking, looking down their nose to talk shit. Excuse my French, but looking down their nose to talk trash. I'd be like, man, get out of here with that fake tough stuff. But you talking about 13 M's, bro.
Yeah. So for everybody watching, what's your response to someone taking that kind of chicken from you?
Yo, his account went from 12.8 million to 12,000. No, bro. No. Yeah, no.
Yo, slow singing and flower bringing, man.
Yeah, man.
That's Christopher Wallace.
If my burger alarm starts ringing. Yo,
you sound like what's the dude on TikTok? The Aki store. Don't forget the beverage. No. Again, I apologize, y'all. I spend too much time on social media. But let me get to these more of these comments. Tay says, "What up, Tay? What up, Dan?" I will say Tay and Dan. I'm just gonna say hey to both y'all every time. I don't want no smoke. So when I see one, I know the other one's there. So Dan and Tay, what's up to both y'all? Where they do that at?
Apparently in Jamaica.
Yeah, peace, King. Peace, King. They still living because he wouldn't be alive. Yeah, that's tough.
So what happened was the bank got hacked. The bank got hacked, and his bread was part of the bread that got snatched up.
Yo, did they take it all? See, that is GC. I guess that's a good question, right? Because some people don't pay attention to their money at all, right? I know people that don't pay attention to their accounts at all, and it also depends upon just that's the thing. I don't even think it's a matter of how much money you have, because I know people who don't have that much money who still don't pay attention to their accounts. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a matter of how serious you take your finances. Let me ask you guys a question, everybody watching. During the course of the day, how often do you check your bank account and or investment account? Like, do you check it every day? Do you not check it every day? How often do you do that? That's what I like to know, because, talking to different people, let's take a survey. We got a bunch of folks here. So how often do you check your accounts? Corey, how about you?
I check my primary banking every day. I check my investment accounts probably once a month, maybe once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I check my crypto accounts multiple times a day, because that's where I make most of my money. So I ain't playing no games with my crypto accounts, but those are all in my own possession.
All right, so I'm thinking this through as we have this conversation, right? The way I pay my bills, right? So I got money that goes into one account, and I have another account that pays all my bills. So I use what's called the bucket method, right? Some will call it the envelope method if you follow what's the old never mind, Dave Ramsey. He has a thing called the envelope method, but mine is like, it predates when he came out with that. It was called the bucket method. But anyway, take it from one bucket, put it into another bucket, so I pay all my bills. But I was sitting there thinking about it. I don't check my accounts probably near enough. And, as I sit here and judge Usain Bolt. Now, my crypto accounts, I barely check them because I only buy Bitcoin and it's in cold storage, right? So I look at that once in the blue, like but I got the way I got that set up is multi-sig. So not to say it's impossible, but because I got to set up multi-sig, I don't really have to worry about that. My investment accounts, because I'm in there every day, I probably check them the most because we're trading in our groups, so I'm in there every day. You know what I mean? Like, so that's probably what I check the most. But bank accounts probably not nearly enough, man. So the good thing is to set up alerts. You know what I mean? Like, you had those alerts go off, so anytime anything goes. But if someone's hacking the entire bank, I don't know how good that works. You know what I mean? So, by the way, Usain Bolt, Bitcoin fixes this. Hashtag Bitcoin fixes this. Let's see what Jose says. Did they let y'all know when they emailing out the replay? I fell asleep while studying, so I missed the class. All right, so Jose, definitely hit up Jay. That should be very soon, but you will get access to that first before it hits the MDC. Chas, what's good, Chas? How are you? Most of these athletes sweet when it comes to finances, so it's easy to get off on them if you are around them. That's true, but I think it's changing a little bit, right? So again, a lot of folks don't know this. Got a sports pod, and sometimes we have athletes on that we talk to. I think that in the past, that's absolutely true. But I think, like, and it's probably, I don't know if it's a measure of society overall or just athletes. They're paying a lot more attention these days.
Yeah, it's nothing like it used to be.
And I think it's probably because you were right in the past. Everybody was getting robbed, so they're basically like, yo, it's not gonna happen to me. And after that documentary came out, Broke, that kind of changed things too, because people was like, yo, I gotta pay attention. Not that they're all paying attention, because they're still human. And again, a lot of people that live regular everyday lives don't pay attention. So
I was just looking at a story about a hockey player in the NHL, starting goalie in the NHL. Mm-hmm. My man had just filed for bankruptcy this week because
he's still in the league.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Okay.
And so
what's up, Mike? But go ahead though.
And then they all his creditors was trying to sue him for his chicken that he making this year, because he already down bad, and so he tried to file bankruptcy to stop him, but they already filed before he filed bankruptcy. So I don't know how that's gonna go for my man. But my man made like $8 million a year.
Damn, what kind of creditors did he have? See, that means he was
Yeah, my man was down bad. And then they said him and his wife was blowing through checks in like less than a week.
Well, I mean, that's all part of it, right? So it's all your financial habits that ain't gonna help, because he's one of the fastest men in the world, if not the fastest man in the world. So they ain't got no insurance on the money. I don't know.
All right, even if it's insured, he ain't getting back 13 M's.
I don't know. I don't know what bank he had it in, like, what their laws look like, but Central Bank took all his money. See, microphone check every day. I wonder, did he have it? Oh, it wasn't an investment account. So, man,
he probably wasn't even looking at it. He was probably letting it grow and minding his business.
If I had 12 million in one account, then I'm checking that at least every other day. Again, GC, that also depends upon how much you have. If you have 12 million on one account, but I don't know somebody look up Usain Bolt's net worth. But let's just say, for argument's sake, you worth $1 billion or half a billion or something like that. 12 million is a little different. I guess it depends. I don't know what his net worth is. I have no idea. Although I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I am guilty of randomly, like, looking up people's net worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just something I do. I check every bank account at least once a day. All right, so Tweet Talk is on it. I ain't got enough money in my bank account that I have to check every day. I check my crypto while it's on my bank account. All right, respect. You check where that bread is. Checking, I have alerts for when it drops below a certain level. Investment accounts daily, crypto monthly. Okay, so that's a little.
My man, his estimated net worth is 90 M's.
So he has 90. So he's approximately worth 90 M's, and he had 12.8 in one account. But again, how much is that is land and illiquid assets? Like, we don't know the breakdown of his personals. Yeah, we definitely got to exchange hands at that point. Like, hands got to be exchanged. All right, so GC said the same thing about 90 million. Man, listen, I hope this works out well. Because I've watched him perform as an athlete, and I know, like, for him to be as great as he is, he's pretty much dedicated his life to that. And 12.8 million is 12.8 million. That's a hurt piece for whoever it may be. And Corey and I On Your Time and Space, when we talk about what money actually is, someone literally stole time from my guy. They stole his time, his effort, his energy, his stored value. Like the store, like storing value is insane when you really, really think about it. You work, right? If you have active income, right? You put in work to get resources. That's time that you put in.
Yeah, man.
That's
My
little time.
man,
When people steal, you're stealing your time.
he put in 15 years of his life to become the best runner in the world. You know what I mean? Like every day getting up, ass crack 30 in the morning, training, and then to be the fastest person in the world, to get paid from it, and still somebody end up with the swipe of a like paperwork gangsters is
We just talked about that on
crazy.
Monday, right? We talked about that on
Yo,
Monday at our speech.
because like in a stick up, the most he can lose is whatever he got on. But
Yeah.
they stuck my man up without touching him. Like they just ran through his account. Like, give me that. Like
So,
paperwork gangsters is vicious, bro.
Jose says, how often would you check your accounts if you were 8 or 9 figures? Who's to say that we not? I'm joking. I'm broke, baby. Corey, never mind. I'm joking. But I guess it all depends, Jose. Like it depends upon like people just have different financial habits. Like I don't think is but depends upon what you're into, right? So I'll get back to that in a second, right? So our brother Jay is here too. Shout to Jay. I'm about to pull up his message. Even if you broke, especially you check your accounts every day. All right. When I used to work in financial services, right, and I would have clients that were lawyers or doctors or high net worth individuals, they barely ever check their accounts, right? And it was similar to Usain Bolt, not in the sense that they were an athlete, but they were so laser focused on doing
Whatever they were doing
to get them that income. We just had this conversation with Jay the other day.
Yeah.
When you're at the top of your craft, like if you're a surgeon or if you're like a judge, or so I have a client who's a judge, you spend so much time focusing on what brings in your income that you don't even really pay attention. Like not that it's a good thing, but I've seen this and I have personal experience with this. So and a lot of times,
which is why people get over on them because they know they're not checking.
Yeah, because they eventually
like,
have to
I got that. I don't need to think about that. I got that.
But the thing is, that's what makes them so great to be able to get that income is the fact that they're laser focused on whatever it is they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I had 1 billion liquid, where my money at?
Yeah, give me my chicken.
Jay is in the building. What's up? What's up, Jay? This is our brother Jay, man. Jay, we've already got great feedback in the chat tonight from folks that was in the class. So great class last night. Yeah, facts. So 8 figures max is 99 million. That's over 10% of my net worth. I need to see where that's going. Gotcha. They don't check their account or their credit. This is true, Brianna. This is absolutely true. Erica,
what's going
Legend
on?
is in the building. Hey, everybody watching, make sure to go. If you're not, you're probably already subscribed to her channel because she's a YouTube legend. But go look up Erica, the Classy Climb. Smartphone Money. I got that book, so But shout out to Erica. We appreciate you pulling up.
Yo,
run me my.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I said, he was talking real greasy. Like if I don't get my money in 10 days, it's going down bad. Like
yeah, I didn't see him say that. He actually said that.
I was just looking at the articles when I was looking up his net worth. He was like, "Look, I need my money in 10 days. Like, well, my lawyer's gonna be on your actions." You know what I mean? Like,
Jay said flat out, "Yo, somebody got to die if I get hit like this." So here's a question from Jamil. How often do you think Buffett, Elon, the Donald, or Kanye checks theirs? I think that's probably a different answer for each one of those. Like, how often do y'all think Kanye really checks his account, yo?
Often now because he's been getting clapped.
I don't know, man. My man barely even take his medicine, man. He just got married, by the way.
Yeah, no
comment.
No, you're not dragging me. You are not dragging me down that rabbit hole, Jim. No.
Yeah, a lot of times, right? I'm telling you, for everybody watching, go out and talk to your family, friends, or close ones, right? Go in your group chats, ask folks, how often do you check your accounts, right? And you're going to be shocked by the number, but sometimes because people have a certain net worth, a certain money, we think that they move different as it pertains to this, and they just like us. Some of them are lazy, don't check. Not saying that he did. We don't know whether he was checking or not because this seemed to be some sort of fraud. So Chad says Erica Williams.
It wasn't fraud against him specifically.
No, I understand, but it's still fraud though. So Chad says Erica's channel is awesome. Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, great word. Yay, checking hourly. Grant Cardone said he checks his account every day. about 5 years ago. I do it daily. I got alerts. Now, alerts is something else. That's another thing, right? We live in a world now where you can set alerts. I think Jose said he got all kinds of alerts.
Yeah, my
Hussein
John
got Antoine Walker.
Oh, for sure.
Antoine Walker was different though. He was investing money with like friends that were supposedly buying these real estate jumps, but never did it.
Him and T-Pain. So I was watching the John. I was watching something with T-Pain on his bull. He said, "Listen, man, my net worth was at the height of my net worth. I was worth around 40 million. He said I lost it all in bad real estate deals, buying up bad real estate. I said, how do you lose $40 million buying? And Antoine Walker lost most of his money the same way. Like, what kind of deals were y'all making where you lose again, 30, 40, 50 million dollars?
Yeah, right. So again, you got to look at what they were doing, right? So when you just hear that, it sounds crazy, but when you look at exactly what they were doing, they were giving millions of dollars. Let's just say, for argument's sake, Johnny says, Jimmy, give me 10 million. I'm gonna buy this real estate. He was buying like torn down apartments, and they never did anything to him. They were just taking his money to buy the stuff, never doing anything to him, and he wasn't paying attention to his business. So you can lose money doing anything, man. It's funny. I was watching episode that we did with Passa on our podcast, and he was talking about how people say you can't go broke when you just constantly taking profit. And he said, yes, you can, right? Because if you're making these small profits, right, but you're taking bigger losses and you're not paying attention, same thing pertains to real estate. It pertains to the stock market, right? It pertains to your trading, investing, right? You can be taking profits along the way, but if you're taking these huge losses and you're just not paying attention, so shout to Usain Bolt, because again, we don't know whether he paid attention or not, but it led to a great conversation about just paying attention to your business. You know what I mean? Like, if I had 100 M's, I'd probably just start my own brokerage. There's something to say. So, Allison, I don't know if I didn't watch that, Chaz. I gotta check that out. Y'all know I'm always looking for TV recommendations. Yeah, so she said Walker was investing in slummy apartments where he was supposed to be value add. They never added value to it. So that was property management scam, and he got scammed.
Damn, that's dirty.
He bet on football. T-Pain's story sounded kind of bogus. He couldn't give any detail on his bad real estate deals.
That just means he wasn't paying attention. Don't mean it ain't happening.
Yo, that means that he really wasn't paying attention. He probably didn't even know where his money was going. See,
that's absolute chaos.
This is why, right? If you ever like watch any of when Warren Buffett does a sit down with Yahoo Finance, right? And he does it every time that they have their like annual meeting. And he says he's been saying the same thing literally every year for like 20 years. And I watched him say the same thing, and it's just shocking to me. He was talking, last time I saw him talking about it, he was talking, I think it was Dominican Sue, who's like one of his mentees. And he said, look, you can start your businesses, do all those things. Just take a huge percentage of his net worth and just buy the S&P and just don't think about it. Right? And he consistently says this. Thing is, if you look at Antoine Walker when he played, 97, 96, 98, around that time?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine he would have took, 20 million and just bought the S&P. What would he be sitting on right now?
Something nice.
But again,
I would have stole that from him too, though.
But again, that's boring. People don't like boring, right? Another thing I learned from Pastor. Pastor says when you get good at investing, you get good at trading, it is boring. People do this stuff looking for a thrill instead of doing it for what it really is, right? So, that's something that I hear him say literally. He literally says it every year. If y'all don't believe me, I say this because my guy's in his 90s, but so if him and Munger are around this year when they have their annual shareholders meeting, and he doesn't sit down with Yahoo Finance, I want y'all to remind me of saying this. He's going to say it again because he says it every year. He talked about it with LeBron. LeBron asking for advice, buy the S&P. Because at that point, what he was saying is you guys have already figured out a cheat code to make a nice amount of income. Now you're like in protection phase. You want to grow it, but you also want to protect it.
Yeah.
And that's not talked about enough, right? We always talk about growth, but the protection piece is important too. Right? Anyway, listen, man, for those who don't know, like you probably seen on my socials, man. So I got a couple apartments available, but also got a duplex for sale, right? I say that to say this, right? I'm gonna share this another article with you I found interesting.
Hold on. Let's answer Jamil's question.
All right, hold on real quick. Let's get this question. Season 2 is not that bad. All right, let's see. What's your thoughts on Cardone saying men should be ashamed if they don't make $400K? I know it's clickbait. I got no thoughts on that. Like, We know it's clickbait, dog. Like, I don't even get into that. Again, people say things, and I just look at data.
My man said he'll feel ashamed to make 400K. I
And then
said,
guess what?
so,
He might.
hey, listen, I said for him, that's super interpersonal, right? But the
Mhm.
numbers don't bear that out across the country. Then there's numbers that bear out that everybody can't be making that amount of money. This country would actually be more chaotic if everybody had that amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
So you it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. So
Like
yeah,
90,
like
I think the
some
number
people,
is
like
like
when people
90.
say stuff like that, it just don't make sense.
So, but I can't get like if that's how he feels, cool. But my thing is the numbers show that 90, like 98, 97, 98% of people don't have that kind of income, right? So, but
The top 4% of the country makes 400,000 on average.
all right, so let me look it up. No, it's actually lower than that, dog. Like
Is that the top 1% that makes the 400K?
only 2% of people make over 300,000 in this country. Over 300,000, only 2%, right? So again, that's perspective though. I'm not mad at him for saying it. Look, that's the thing about things online, right? People get
Yeah.
so offended because people sent me that and they were just straight up angry. I don't get upset at anything online. People could feel how they want to feel. Like I don't understand getting upset about someone's feelings, even because first of all, we live in a world now where most people, I shouldn't say most people, a lot of people troll, right? But even if you get rid of the trolling, people say what they want to say. Like I can't let that affect me. But at the end of the day, though, like just look at data. Just look at the data. Look what the data says. You know what I mean? And GC said he has, everybody got different expectations. I can't go ahead.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him. It's nonsensical.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just nonsense. It's
When you're in
nonsense.
sales, you see people run up 200K easy. He's been in sales for 40 years. Right? Yeah. Sales is a business where you can make a lot of money. 34% of households are making 100K. Right? I remember 100K used to be like
The
a thing.
standard.
Yeah, man. But I did that one day. I looked it up. Me and Courtney were talking about this, and she gave me a year, like 1980 something. She said, look up what 100K is worth. 100K then is worth today, and it was over 300,000. So back in the day when that became the standard of 100K, it's the equivalent of making like three something now. The math don't add up. Kev Samuels gave that up.
Yeah, I ain't talking about that dude either.
Yeah. So again, look at the data, yo. I'll take the man who has that energy.
Hey, listen. I mean, again, we're not debating his energy, but what we're saying is, for the vast majority of people, that's nonsense.
I mean,
It just don't make it. It doesn't make sense. And that's somebody who, like, for somebody that's smart, you don't understand our economy. If
yeah,
everybody had that kind of,
but you got to listen to what he said. He said, "I would feel this way making this amount of money." Right. So you got to put in the context exactly what he said.
yeah,
He's talking about
again,
he's
yeah,
talking about his
it
feelings.
was personal. It was personal.
Yeah, who am I
So
to argue about his feelings?
yeah, it was a personal thing. It's just numbers wise, it don't make sense.
I
So
saw a great episode. Shout out to the brothers from Black Wealth Renaissance. They're good brothers, man, out of Texas. I was listening to their podcast last night, and I don't want to. Matter of fact, let me get the episode because I don't want to say the wrong guy's name. But they had an episode. It's not their most recent episode, but the episode before that. So their most recent episode, they actually got Xavier on there. That's our guy. Shout out to Xavier Miller. That's our guy. But they have a guy that I wasn't familiar with his work, but I listened to their podcast last night. His name is Maurice Philogene. That's Philogene. He was on the Black Wealth Renaissance podcast, and this is a guy who's got all kinds of real estate and got over $200 million in real estate. It's this brother, but some of the stuff he was talking about was like, it was just an interesting conversation because he was talking about the more he achieves, the more he realizes that it's not about money. And what he said he did to kind of change his perspective. Now, this is a guy, when he was telling his story, who had a 9 to 5. While he had a 9 to 5, he started buying investment properties and other investments. He said
yeah, yeah, I did
he
watch
got
that.
to the point where he made $160,000 a year in passive income, and he still kept his job. He said, but one of the things he did was he volunteered at like a senior facility and, just doing work in the community. And he said he got a chance to meet people who were ex-CEOs, like some of the top chefs. There's people from all walks of life. and having conversations with them, and again, they're in a senior facility, changed his whole perspective. He said because none of them really talked about their accomplishments or their net worth or anything like
All
that.
they wanted to know was a family and
Family and
friends and stuff like that.
experiences and things like that. And he said it just made him change. So it was a great conversation, but it was just interesting too, because a lot of times, and I'm pretty sure all you guys watching this have seen people that make a lot of money and are miserable. We don't talk enough about happiness, right? Some people making money brings happiness to them. So there's that too. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of wealthy, miserable people out here.
Factuals.
So Jamil says you should be more ashamed if you don't act in your desire to achieve your goals, whatever your goals may be. So Grant got some money for real, for real. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Congratulations to Grant.
Yeah, I don't know what that big got. But listen though, I wanted to pull this article up, Corey, because talking about real estate, I brought up the deals that I'm working on now because I was laughing at this data right here. Mortgage demand jumps nearly 28% in 1 week as interest rates drop to the lowest point in months, right? So people are still trying to buy property and getting mortgages. The mortgage demand jumped 28%, right? And look what the rate decreased. The average contract interest rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage decreased to 6.23 from 6.42. That slight move in the mortgage rate made the demand jump 28%. Now, again, that's over a 1 week period. You probably got to test it over a couple of weeks for it to make sense. You need more data points. But still, that to me is crazy.
Yeah, that's berserk.
That's insane. That slight change in the rate. Man, so people are still out here buying mortgages 6%. So a lot of my folks that are in the real estate game, like things that, people are still buying. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people are still buying.
It's real in the field, man. Listen, man. I still,
Someone else put the story to me today too. I remember that old YouTube video. Shout out to the parking lot attendant brother who was stacking his chicken. Reminds me of the parking lot security guard invested the majority of his income yearly while putting his 3 children through school. He currently retired and living off a 6-figure passive income stream. I was wondering what happened to him. I haven't seen an update of him since that video dropped like a decade ago. It was him, and it was another video that used to go viral like once every blue. It was a kid that was buying Nike stock, and they were calling him so those 2 videos used to go viral. Like they used to go viral back on like early Facebook, late MySpace days. His name was Mr. Earl, I think, if I'm not mistaken. What's his name, Mr. Earl?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Anybody got an update on Mr. Earl? Like, what's up with Mr. Earl? He's still around? He's still with us? Yeah. Shout to Mr. Earl, man.
Come on, man. We got to clap at BOA.
Oh, yeah, we got to bring our ops out, man. So
yeah, we got to clap at these fools.
We've been talking about like them for a minute. I hate Bank of America. I hate their subsidiaries. I hate everything. They are despicable.
As a crew,
So real quick though, again, I spent too much time on social media. So the first place that I saw this was actually TikTok, and then I saw it on Twitter, where people were walking in the bank and they're like, "Yo, my money is missing." So I started following the story because I'm like, "Oh, I get to slander Bank of America. I hate them anyway. Let me get these tweets off, atting them and calling them all kinds of names." So, but then I saw them blame it on Zelle, right? And then I saw Zelle's response. It almost looked like that meme. What's that meme with Spider-Man where you like one pointing at the other one, he pointing back at each other? Zelle was like, "Yo, we ain't got nothing to do with that. That's y'all." So they like, "No, it's Zelle." So that was interesting itself. So here's the article right here I'm gonna read. And this is from NPR. Shout out to NPR. Irate customers turn to social media Wednesday to report serious issues with their Bank of America and Zelle accounts, right? So Bank of America literally said it was Zelle's fault. And if you read the article further, Zelle says we got nothing to do with that. Transactions on the Zelle network outside of Bank of America are not impacted. They literally said that's Bank of America doing that. My thing is Bank of America, they're terrible human beings, right? That's just my personal opinion, So this to me is interesting because they always are going through something where they're misbehaving in a certain way. But this brings me to another conversation, Corey. I was having a conversation with someone earlier and they were talking about like how they really haven't got back into investing because initially they lost money in the .com bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said they had got got everything back. Then 08 came, and they said they almost got wiped out at their job with their 401k. And they kind of like been gun shy ever since. Right. So in having this conversation, I was like, so during this .com thing, I'm like, what were you buying? And they named all this kind of stuff out. Dog, such and such .com I never even heard of. What does this got to go Bank of America? Here's where I tie it in. One of the things I was telling them is, we always have this conversation of how all roads lead back to land. But there are two businesses. When I go back and study the stock market from the beginning of the stock market, banking and real estate are always steady. With technology, you'll have certain things come and go. There's certain like times or things that are hot at the moment. Right? There's certain retail stores that'll be like hot at the moment. I remember Sears was like a great stock. Kmart at one point was a hot stock. You know what I mean? Netflix was a hot stock. But guess what's been consistent throughout all this time?
Bank of America.
Banks and real estate. And the banking thing is so interesting to me because let's not get it twisted. It's not just Bank of America. JP Morgan might be the biggest crooks in the world.
No, Wells Fargo up there. Wells Fargo gets sued like 37 times a month, bro.
They're the top three, but listen, they also the top three banks. Unless I think Capital One is in there somewhere too. I don't really hear too much dirt about them. Not saying they ain't doing the dirt, but you're right. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and JP Morgan Chase are always under some ish. And it's like, yo, they pay a fine and keep it moving.
They keep it moving. They shuffle your money around. They steal your money.
I have a Wells Fargo
like, what's the fine? Bet. And they pay that. And
I have a Wells Fargo account. I make at least $30 to $40 every year off of like what's the Jones they send you the class actions.
Yeah, class actions.
Yeah, I make like $30-$40 a year off class actions. They stay in some ish. Bank of America, JP Morgan literally like manipulated markets. They manipulated markets. They had a Coke bowl. What happened to the JP Morgan Coke bowl?
Yeah, they got caught with 90 bricks of Coke. Yeah, they got caught on a ship with their name on it with 90 bricks of Coke. No one went to jail.
That's where them 92 bricks went. Anyway, my fault. I lost 92 bricks at the fallback. This is before rap. It's all fact. Never mind. Little Jay-Z bar. Anyway, so here we go. So we got some questions here. I got to get to that real quick. You hate BOA more than Wells Fargo? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not even close. Bank of America did me dirty. Merrill Lynch did me dirty, who they own. I don't like none of them. Neither none of them. Wells Fargo, listen, they all got blood on their hands. Let's not get it twisted. That's not what I'm saying. But with Bank of America, it's personal. Big shout out to Mr. Earl, man. Yeah, anybody know got an update on Mr. Earl? I would love to hear about how he's doing, man. Shout out to Joshua, man. We appreciate you. He said, hit him up, Corey Machiavelli. Deep banking and real estate. Yo, speaking of Machiavelli, I'm gonna get back to that in a minute as I talk about like my most recent ratchet content. Banking and real estate, man. Whatever happened to
insurance is a close third.
Well, sure, I kind of like wrap insurance up with banking, but I get your point. Like they're all part of the same family. Honestly, when you go to like business school, Temple, like their Fox School of Business, and even in Penn and in Wharton, when you look at their curriculum, they've rolled all that up under finance. So when you take finance, you're taking real estate, insurance, and banking. Like, so they consider it finance. So I guess you can just say the finance sector. Whatever happened to Citigroup? Who's Citigroup
out?
Who they're part of now? They ain't they part of somebody else? Whoever knows, put it in the chat. I somebody tell me who Citigroup
bought out though.
He was capping on that song. Listen, I need somebody to make a whole podcast full of like rap lines that are just straight cap, or a TikTok page or IG page.
Gotta be cap.
I listen to a lot of rap. It's a lot of cap in songs.
Got raps that gotta be cap. Let's make a show.
There you go. Make a TikTok page, man. Raps with cap, man. It's a lot of cap. Like my man Jada said, what he said in one line, I was dying laughing the other day. I know people that go to jail just to get their teeth fixed. No, you don't.
That might not be cat, bro.
Dog, literally, that's your reason. Like, yo, I'm about to get locked up. I need my teeth work. Like,
yo, he might not be lying, man.
Dog.
My thing is, it's a lot of people
who said that he shot somebody and shot him again right in the same hole. No, you didn't.
Raps that are cap. That's cap.
No, you didn't. Listen, right. I got lines for days that are straight cap, but that's either here nor there.
I think we on to something, Joe.
We might have make that our own pod or make it just a thing on our IG page, man. Listen, every bar ever came out of J Hood's mouth was all cap, though. He used to say the wildest stuff. They're just the wildest stuff. Bank Coke is probably quality. Yo, hey, yo, Michelle, chill, yo. Chill, yo. It was about 20 tons of cocaine. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, they was tons, dog. The Coke boat, excuse me, literally disappeared from major media outlets after one day. That's right.
Yeah, that joint was in the news, and then you never heard about it again.
Like Jamie Dimon, like, dog, just go away, dog. We know what you about, man. Boa trash. You had to cut me a nice check back in the day for the shenanigans. I'm glad you clapped that.
I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you got a check.
Yeah, I did include insurance in the banking. It's all under that one roof. Faison love be on over about them bricks. Yo, Faison hate everybody though.
Yo, he a hater. Like, it's not very many people I think are haters. He's a hater.
Hey, yo. All right, so I am hip to Tubi. I haven't watched it in a while because they be going way too far, bro. Like, yo, Tubi, I like that shit, but they go.
I watched Tubi I think it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday this week, and I was like, "Oh hell no, man!"
My older cousin got Zeus, dog. Like, yo, you talk about set us back. Who got, any of y'all got Zeus to have y'all watch any Zeus content?
Yo,
Faison hate. Yeah, you can call him that. All right, so they didn't get bought out. Ticker C. I don't really bang with them. So I don't know what they are. So I wonder what let's look this up though. Let's see what the top banks in America, right? And the crazy part is I invest in banking via very transparent VFH. That's my holding. Not investment advice at all. Just saying that I recognize, and they pay great dividends, by the way. Top banks in the US. Let's see the world. The world, Craig. Top banks in the world. All right. Damn. Funny thing is, when I put the world versus the US, everything changed. The industrial bank of China popped to the top. Like, our banks don't even make the top 3. So initially I looked up US, and then I looked up the world. When I look up the world, China is cooking us. All right, this is from LexisNexis. The Industrial and Commercial Bank of China. That's 1. China Construction Bank Corporation is 2. Agricultural Bank of China is 3. Bank of China Limited is 4. So our top bank, which is number 1, if you look this up by US, is JP Morgan Chase, and they're number 6 worldwide. What does this mean, right? Again, Corey and I talk about this when we do live presentations about how banks work, the idea of a bank, and what they do. But this goes to show you how this isn't just a local thing. This is national. I mean, not international. Worldwide, international, worldwide. So Wells Fargo, which is huge. I think Wells Fargo might be like 2 or 3.
It's probably like, I can't see it. It's just small print.
They're like, dog. They're 17 in the world.
Oh, I see it.
They're 17. They're 17 in the world. When you look at U.S. banks, right, you see Wells Fargo, you see my ops right here. They number 10.
Bank of America is 10.
So Bank of America is the second biggest. JP is the number 1 in terms of our country. And
Citibank is number 19.
Yeah, so yeah.
All the banks we thought was big. Deutsche Bank, Barclays, all them banks is in the 20s.
Dog, look at this is about y'all to pay attention to. I don't know if y'all can see this list because it is kind of small. Look how many Chinese banks are in this list.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
Top 4.
Looking at this, John.
Then you get to number 8, the Development Bank, right? Like, yo, it's so many Asian. It's insane. Postal Savings Bank of China, right?
Santander is a Asian bank.
Man, anyway, man.
Yeah, they get to it.
Yeah, man. So Jamil says he messed with Boa for them divvies, though. He getting them dividends. I ain't mad at you.
It's all about the dividends, baby.
Get them funky dividends. Listen, we got a bunch of folks with us. For those that haven't yet, please do me a favor, hit the like button. We're getting ready to start our giveaway. We're not going to be here too much longer.
For the record, they still ain't getting people their money back.
Who's this?
BOA.
I thought they did. I saw an article today. I think it happened today. I think it's all.
It happened today. Okay. All right, then
So, you know,
I ain't going to slander their name.
I mean, no, you can go ahead and slander their name,
but
but
no, but I didn't check the. I ain't check it today. But up until yesterday, them folks were still looking for their cape. You know what I mean? So
yo, man. So I've been messing with this a couple of things while we get ready to do our giveaway. I was talking about this last night on the dividends class, but I start messing with it more after the class, man. And I think I'm gonna go with this one as the main one I use, even more so than my Android joint. This application called Div Calculator. So it's called DIVCALC, Div Calc, and it's on iOS. But when you put in your stocks or whatever, it gives you so much information on dividends in terms of monthly, annually, daily. It gives you a lot of data. So you talk about gamifying the process of buying income. I just thought that was a neat tool. It's on iOS. There was one on Android I was using, but it can't compare because this one just has it's just robust data. Now, granted, I paid for it was $2.99. There's a free version that lets you put 3 different holdings in there, but then the $2.99 allows you just to go crazy. So shout to the developers of that, man. Also, so what am I watching recently, man? You know, for my folks that like the TV, I don't know where Crystal at, man. Yo, somebody friends with Crystal, man. At Crystal, man. I know she watched The Circle, man. I ain't got nobody talked about The Circle with. I finished The Circle. But listen, here's what I want to talk about, Core. Before we do our giveaway. I listened to this new podcast today, and it's only 5 episodes, and I ran through all 5 episodes. So as I was working, I was like, the podcast was playing. And it's a podcast called Convicted. It's about Max B and his whole trial and the whole story surrounding his trial.
Damn.
Yeah, so, you know, shout to Max Bigavelli. Anybody who remembers, like, you know, late 2000s when he was cooking on mixtapes. But it's a Spotify exclusive. I'll pull it up now just to make sure I get y'all the right name. Yeah, it's called Conviction. But it's about Max B. And but dog, it's like I remember when it happened. I remember when he got convicted. I thought I knew the story, but they dig deep into it. And when you hear it, this makes you look at everything crazy. But one of the things, and this is not giving anything away, everybody knows that he got sentenced to 75 years, which has since been reduced. And he's supposed to come home, I think, later this year, or next year, sometime. But that part about the story is what really, like, they were digging into how across the country, this happens all the time to Black and brown folks, and they got the data to prove it. When they offer them a plea and they don't accept the plea,
they smack them with crazy time.
They take it to trial. When you look at the numbers look at the numbers of Black and brown folks versus everybody else, it's like a punitive thing. They offered him 10 years, and he was like, "No, I wasn't there. I ain't do it. Blah blah blah. I'm fighting this." But because he didn't take that 10 years, they gave him 75.
Slap my man.
How are you willing to give me 10, but now that I'm convicted, you give me 75? That's so egregious. But I thought that part about that. So to get into the whole story, which is very interesting, the podcast, again, it's like 35 minutes per episode. It's only 5 episodes, but they dig deep into that. But that one part, as they start to go into that about the criminal justice system.
A lot of our people a lot of our people are dumb and they deserve to be there. But then you got some people, like, we be getting manhandled in the system, bro.
So when we spoke at the event on Monday, there was a couple other brothers that spoke, and some of them spoke, and they work in the education space. And I know some of you listening, watch it, work in education space. But when they were talking about some of the systemic things that our folks deal with in education,
that put them through that process.
So for me, this is all new information. I know nothing about education, right? Outside of talking smack online, I'm not in education. I never worked in a school, so that's not my ministry. And we work in finance, right? Real estate finance space. I see what the uphill battle that we're facing in finance and all the things that are working against us in finance. But then when you hear somebody from an entirely different industry talk about the uphill battle we have to face in education, and then I'm listening to this and they're talking about the uphill battle we got to face in criminal justice, I'm like, yo, it's so many wars going on against us. It's like, we getting clapped.
It's not a war. We're being warred upon.
Yeah, that's this. Where someone clarified that for me. Like, yeah, it's not even a war because we're not fighting. We're being warred upon. But it's so many different wars that some of them I really have no idea just how bad it is or how egregious it can be. And I'm pretty sure for my folks that work in education, you probably see things that will blow my mind.
I was talking about my time when I used to work at the the CEP/AEP, the alternative education programs.
Mhm.
Yeah, yo, that street. I made it a year. I'm surprised I made it that long, man. Like,
Yeah,
because what you see is so disheartening. It was just so much. Like, it was
yeah.
just
There's so
so
many
much.
things. Yeah, it's kind of sad when you think about it. But then you look at like everything from healthcare to the criminal justice system to finance to education. Like we are being warred upon all over the place, dog. So for those out on the front line, man, salute to y'all. Keep fighting the battle, man, because we need everybody doing everything.
It's absolutely nuts, man.
You know what I mean? So anyway, with that being said, got a couple more comments to catch up on. LaRonda, what's good? How are you, LaRonda? Thank you.
Hey, what's going on, Loranda?
We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Dividends be my new Benjamin Joe Vine. What's going on, old school?
Joe Vaughn, what's really good? The Circle. All right, so The Circle is it's like a reality type show. It comes on Netflix. I think the one I just finished watching was the third season, but yeah, it's on Netflix. You'll get into it. It's really about social media, but it's like a reality game show. I simply call it slavery because that's what it is.
Factuals.
Yeah, Doggy Diamonds is pissed that they stole his content and didn't give him credit, let alone a check.
Damn.
They stole his content on what? Tubi? Is that what you're talking about, Jamil?
Or then he might be talking about the what's the name?
What?
The pod that you talking about.
Oh, that pod. They played some stuff from the Come Up DVD. It might have been some stuff from his DVD because Doggy Diamonds did have the DVDs out back in the day, and Max B was big on the DVD scene. I didn't see that, so that must be what you're talking about though, because there definitely was a couple clips from Bigavelli's DVD days. LaJoya says, "Yep." So this country is built and thrives on keeping us a permanent underclass. The Honorable Isabel Wilkerson.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my man just won $72 million.
How much y'all think he gonna get?
30.
Yeah, I always thought his name was fire. Like
it is.
It gets less fire. Like
it might be. It might be
Flow
top 5 fire names as far as like semi rappers. Like, cause he's not really a rapper.
Off the top of your head, because this is not a topic we discussed that we want to talk about. Give me your. I guess Flow Rider is probably one of their top names. Give me the worst rap name you ever heard of.
That's hard, bro, because people be naming themselves some kind of weird.
Yo, hey y'all out there, what's the worst rap name you've ever heard of?
Magoo.
He might be the worst. No, all due respect, because Magoo's a real estate tycoon now, so he probably don't care about it anyway.
That's a terrible rap name. Like, I didn't even say anything about his raps. I was just saying Magoo as a name. That was terrible.
He's still doing numbers with him. I'm not mad at him. How about that?
I don't know, man. People got some weird. Like,
so Michelle said, "Young or little, anything annoys me." See, initially, I guess so many folks started doing it that it became annoying. But I find it funny when people call themselves young and they be like 56.
Just be clapping, bro.
No, they do be doing that. Yo, he said Magoo his real name. I don't know what Magoo real name is, man. Yeah. Last I heard, Magoo was doing well in real estate. So shout out to
Magoo. Man. I'm not even coming at his catalog because my man made a lot of money in music.
Joey said, "I love Timbaland and Magoo in the late '90s."
I mean, that wasn't even late '90s. That was early '90s. But
I'm not the biggest Timbaland fan either. But that's either here nor there. We can do that to another show.
Yeah.
But in terms of a name, though, what's the worst name?
Oh man, that was one that stuck out.
Battle rap, so this is I watch a lot of battle rap, and some of them got some terrible names. But I was thinking, all right, so what's one of the better names, right, outside of Flow Rider?
I like KRS-One. I love his name.
Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone.
Yeah, man.
I mean, what about King Asiatic? Nobody's equal.
Kane is definitely one, but see, nobody knows what Kane stands for, even though like his name is the same as KRS. No one knows what his name stands for.
I just gave that to you. King Asiatic. Nobody's equal. I like poor. I like Poor Righteous Teachers. I thought that was a dope.
That's definitely a top 10 name. Like, I like the Roots because their name was the Square Roots. Like, and then it changed over to the Roots. But like, I always thought that was a crazy dope name, the Square Roots.
There you go. Chris just said it. I wasn't going to say his name, man. New Jersey Twerk might be. When he first came, I was like, hold up, that's his name, like New Jersey Twerk. But anyway,
Twerk.
Yeah, that's a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh no, it's a dude
from Jersey.
I'm sorry.
Making music.
I'm,
He fired though. Listen, he fired what he do though.
Hey, listen, I'm not
wild.
again. This is not disparaging anything that they do, but I can't listen
Talking
to a
about people,
dude
little
named
flip.
Twerk. I can't listen to that.
New Jersey Twerk, man.
Yeah. Oh,
MC
old
Brain.
dirty bastard.
MC
Old
Brain.
dirty bastard. The Wu-Tang got the best names, bro. Hands down. Old dirty bastard, Method Man, Ghostface, Chef
Brain's got a fire
Raekwon.
song though. That joint Brainstorming was used to slap.
So yeah, man, that's the Wu-Tang got like 7 of the top 20.
The top 5 best. Yeah, it's all the Wu. Yo, Lance, if you stay here too, something else I want to. I know Lance is another R&B lover like me. So Lance, I was looking at my data the other day. Again, I'm all in the data. So I was like, I wonder what album do I listen to the most over like the last year or so. And right, I thought that it was going to be Alex Isley, or I thought that it was going to be the newest Nas album because I've been having him on repeat ever since. But there was an album in my playlist that has literally the most play over like the last year and a half or so, and it's not even close. I didn't even realize it. And that's Watch the Sun by PJ Morton. And I know that Lance loves R&B, so I just want to bring it up for Lance. It's, Lance, what you feel about that album? He said Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love. Well, he got a new name.
That's all right, but like,
hey, Jamil, he got a new name as of this morning. I don't know if you saw it. It was trending on Twitter, but his new name is P. Diddy, but it's P-E-E. It's P. Diddy because it came out that he likes to urinate on Carisha. But again, I'm not getting into the gossip. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people been calling him on the internet. Lil Zane. Yeah, it's kind of, remember ODB, people's name was short shit. I do remember that.
Yeah, that might be in top 10.
I love his music. PJ Morton. Yeah, PJ Fire. Listen, it's funny though. Oh my, it's funny because I was like, yo, my data shows I listen to this album far more than anything, like almost in a decade. I think that the last album I listened to as much as his album was when Solange came out with that.
Cranes in the Sky.
Yeah, that album though.
That album is absolutely I still listen to that album. I still got that album as part of my rotation. Yo, Cranes in the Sky is crazy, man.
Seat at the Table was the name of the album. I think that was what it was called. Seat at the Table.
Seat at the Table. Yeah, that's the album we're talking about, right? With the Cranes in the Sky.
Yeah, man. So I had that on repeat for like 2-3 years, but this is the newest one. Lance,
which brings me to my point is that which sister has more talent? I'm just gonna say I'm gonna leave it there.
I'm gonna mess
with y'all.
Lance might catch a flight tonight if you keep down that path
to punch me in my face.
Lance is getting on a plane to come see you. So stop right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm just gonna stop you right there. But
I'm just talking about singing talent, Lance.
Stop, man. Listen,
I'm talking about singing talent.
Lance, I don't care what you listening to. Put that album on. Watch the Sun by PJ Morton. It's the best album since Solange's album, according to my data. Right. Anyway, let's get ready to get this Bitcoin giveaway. I got it on my list to check out. Besides Beyonce, I gotta listen to that. I haven't listened to them. I know Beyonce's gonna be in top of that. That's why Corey clapping.
That's why I said so.
Condition does. Shout out to Stokely, man. Stokely's a legend. Solange is so underrated. Solange really underrated. The person that stays in my rotation is Bill Withers, man. Bill Withers, man. Shout out to Bill Withers. Candyman was a whack name.
People had crazy names, bro.
Oh, she said no flight. She gonna need several hours to calm down. She gonna drive. Remember that chick who was trying to pull up on board and she put the pamper on and was like, I'm out.
Yo, she drove from Houston to fucking Cape Canaveral, bro.
Yo, put the pamper on.
Pull up on board like she was serious. She drove nonstop with a pamper.
That might be the second funniest thing I saw on social. Outside of the one time the boy drove to meet the dude because he said something about Kobe online. And he drove hours to rumble the boy because the boy said something about Kobe. Yo, the internet, boy, I'm telling you, man,
crazy, bro.
Internet is wild, man. Mint condition isn't good, LaJoya. Mint condition is great.
Yeah, you underrating them.
Listen, first of all, I'm gonna call it "Pretty Brown Eyes," although that's not the name of the song.
It's not.
Yo,
well, actually, it is, but it has a caption.
It's "Unbreak My Heart." Caption pretty, but they only put the caption later because
nobody would call it the right name.
Refused to call it by his name. Yo, But that's not even my favorite song. What kind of man would I be? Is
Woo!
Sophie.
Woo!
This is not an R&B podcast, but y'all started me though. I love R&B and y'all got me started. That chick was big mad. Yes, she was. Internet is undefeated. Yo, Anquette. Yo, Anquette reminds me of the jukebox. They used to come. I swear they must have been ordering their own video.
Yeah, man.
Video was to come on constantly.
Yeah.
Her voice used to irritate me, dog.
I start having a flashback.
No, I will always be. I used to be like, ah. Anyway, what about what I sent you earlier? The dude pull the engine out. Yo, people are wild, man. People are absolutely wild. They are great. I'm trying to type it. Okay, I got you. Yusef. All right. Shout out to Yusef, man. How Yusef doing anyway? He over there giving me the business. That is the jam. Thing is, their B-side tracks are amazing. Most people know them because they aren't on the radio. I haven't listened to the radio in over a decade, or maybe 2. Seen Stokely in concert 4 times. Yeah, Stokely's a
You send me swing.
Oh,
you send me swing.
All right. You might be right. I got.
Now I'm gonna go. I gotta go binge listen to Mint Condition.
Because you might be right, Latoya. Damn. What kind of man would I be? Still fire though.
Oh, yeah, but swinging. They got crazy part is they got a bunch of hits.
It's how they start their songs too, right? Because even with Pretty Brown Eyes, when that first beat hit, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know it's about to go down.
Ooh, ah.
And the same thing when you send me swinging. You send me swinging. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
That might be. Yeah, you might be right, yo. I gotta think about that though. R.I.P. Mara. Kev, what's good, Kev? How are you, good brother? 10 million strong. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna definitely check that out. Everybody go listen to me because we about to get their streams up.
Yeah, man. Their streams about to go berserk.
And to LaJoy's point, when you go see them live, though, they really are a band. Like they play live instruments, so it's like it's a different. It's different.
Me and my wife have definitely seen Mint Condition.
Yeah, Christian said that, and so did everybody. We on the same wavelength. That's because they're a real band. She said it's the horns for me.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, so let's get the ones. Let's get the ones in the chat.
Yeah,
throw them ones in the air.
Yeah, I gotta hurry up and get off here now because I gotta go get in my Mint Condition bag.
Throw them ones in the air. Throw your ones in the air. Oh.
It's just a little thing you do. Oh, y'all got me in my bag now. Like,
yeah, man.
I know I love R&B, so. Hey, but Lance, make sure you listen to that Watch the Sun, yo. That's a classic. I don't use that word lightly. PJ Morton reminds me of Stevie so much, but I hate saying it because I think Stevie is the #1 artist ever. Genre.
I don't know, man.
I know you about to say Bob. I know you about to say Bob. I know you want to say Bob. And I'm not gonna argue you. I'm just gonna tell you, Stevie is #1. Bob is like 1B.
Hey, listen, I'm not. People that say Stevie, I get it because I love Stevie, but Bob, man, jeez Louise, man. Tweet Talk was first.
Okay, I missed it. I mean, all right, let me got that. Oh, damn, I didn't even see that one. All right,
that was way back.
Oh yeah, he ain't playing no games. Got you. Oh, let me add Tweet Talk. We got after that. I see Michelle. Who else we got after that?
LaJoya, Jovan, Latoya.
Hold on, let me
change LaJoya to Cola. You can change it to Cola.
I'm doing that too. Shout out to Cola, yo. That's stuck. I'm sorry to tell y'all that.
I've never done that before in my entire life.
That's now a thing. All right, Latoya. All right, who else we got?
Chris Morales, Jose, Joshua Harris, Roaming Ray.
I'll make sure I write this right. Yo, shout out to whoever that was last week. We have 3 people. We gave away like 3, but somebody either the week before, someone never hit me up. But Roaming Ray, I had to go
Yeah.
back and watch it and see who that was. Roaming Ray, who's at the Roaming Ray?
Jamil,
All right, Jamil,
Millie Block, Brianna,
Brianna.
KL.
Oh, it's MILIBLOCK. So that KL is Cav.
Yeah.
Um,
Chess. Tim and Tay. Where Dan at, Tay?
shout out to Dan. I saw Dan active on the Discord this week.
Actual factuals.
No doubt, good brother. No doubt. You know, you already know.
Samuel,
We're
Samuel K.
Y'all getting that chicken. Samuel K. What up, Sam?
Year.
All right, I'm gonna repeat the names we got. You know, two folks, $25 a piece. We got Michelle, Sweet Talk, Cola, Jovan, Latoya, Chris, Jose, Joshua, Roaming Ray, Jamil, Millie Block, Brianna, Kev, Chaz, Tim, Tay, and Samuel K. If I'm missing anybody, please let me know. I'll give you a couple seconds, and then we're gonna, spin for it. While we do that, still working on getting our pod ready for 2023. We haven't dropped a new episode, but we're still dropping content daily on our YouTube page. So make sure you subscribe. Also, IG and all that. Everything's at By the Hood. What else, Core? What else we got going on?
Oh man, we got a lot of we in the streets. So
yeah, a lot of community work being done. But if you have any organizations that are youth focused, returning citizens. By the way, I think I miss Greg. I see Greg popped up.
Yeah, Greg and LaRonda just popped in the chat.
Okay. Also, by the way, Latoya, I just want to let you know that I'm about to shoot out a message to get back on our ground in terms of that returning citizen thing. But if anybody has any programs that focus on the youth, returning citizens, please let us know because we're looking to get involved and do things, to kind of pour into the community. Greg, what's up with you, good brother? It was Greg and LaRonda, right?
Yep.
Okay, am I missing anybody else? Jose says, I love this Div Calc app. I told you, yo, that app is the truth. And the thing about it is, it lets you gamify. So I have like this, I got a couple like M1 accounts that, I don't really count as my main portfolio, but although they are like, I still own ish. And one of them is, I was talking to you about this, Core. And again, not investment advice. But there's a company called Land. The ticker symbol is Land.
LAND.
Yeah, and they the company is focused on agricultural, right? So I buy small portions of that from time to time. But I'm bringing this up, Jose, to talk about that app. I manually go in every time I buy one or buy two, and I just update it. But then you can see like how this affects everything daily, monthly, yearly. It's like it gamifies it really. So now I'm like, I gotta find a way to make some bread so I can, get my divs up. Man, everything's good, Greg, man. Appreciate you, good brother. Thank you for pulling up as always, man. We appreciate you. All right, but let's get this spinning. So the rules for those that may be in this for the first time, we're giving out $25 of Bitcoin to two individuals. This is a random draw. We use this wheel of names. And all you have to do is let us know you're still here if you win, right? And after that, shoot myself, Corey, or By the Hood a message, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you can reach us at, and we'll get that to you this evening. You got to have Cash App, and you got to give us your cash tag, and we'll send you the Bitcoin ASAPery. Anyone who's ever won from us knows that we pay. We haven't stiffed anybody, and they know that we try to pay the same night. Sometimes y'all don't hit me up to the day after. That's not my fault. That's your fault. But anyway, with all that being said, let's get to it, Core.
Spin mode.
Good luck, everybody. First name, the good brother Michelle. Shout out to Michelle, man. Michelle's one of my connects on here, man. So, Ashley's not here right now, but Ashley and Latoya, they're my connect. for Ratchet social media posts. Michelle's my connect for books. You know what I mean? So I got so shout to Michelle, man. He always got the good books.
The connect.
Kev said, "Pay me in ETH." Nah, dog. We only deal in Bitcoin on this side. Appreciate you, good brother. So Michelle, shoot me the inbox. You know, I know we family and all that, but you still got to shoot me the inbox with your cash tag to make sure you get paid, because my inbox be insane. And damn, Michelle already sent it to me. Damn, it just went off my watch. Michelle ain't wasted no time, doggy. I appreciate that though, Michelle. I appreciate it. As soon as we get off here, I'm take care of you.
Payment Doge. But yo, did you see that they listed the Shiba Inu?
Who did?
It's a couple exchanges delisting Shiba Inu.
Hey, well, it is what it is. Said pay me in Doge.
Y'all be wilding.
Yeah, more or less.
Just for the record, we told you so.
I ain't even gotta get into that, man. I'm just,
we told you so.
Time will reveal. You know what I mean?
How fake thugs can't pretend no more, man.
Free Elder Barge, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. All right, so good luck to everybody. Let's spin one more.
Did you just say Free Elder Barge again, bro?
Yo, Time Will Reveal. Time Will Reveal was at the Barge song. That's
it was, man.
All right, so it's getting close. Jose, the sartorial god,
king of sartorial splendor.
That's right. Jose, congratulations, good brother. You know what I'm saying? Jose, you family too, but I'm still asking. Shoot me the inbox. First of all, Jose, are you still here? All right, everybody's saying congrats, but I'm just waiting to see if Jose says something. You know what I'm saying? Jose, are you okay?
Are you okay? Are you okay, Jose?
There you go.
I was like, are you okay? Are you okay?
Hit me with the Joel Santana. Hey, all right. Congratulations to the winners. We got Michelle and Jose with the dub this week. We appreciate y'all, brothers. Listen, man, just want to say thank you for all the support and everything we got going on. Again, reach out to us if you got anyone looking to build in the community. Other than that, man, for the folks in the MDC, class is live Sunday at noon. That dividends class will be back there very soon. I didn't forget about that real estate class. I just got to find a date. I was thinking about this Tuesday, but I just got hit up. Shout out to our brother Dion. He wants me to do something with him on Tuesday. So won't be this Tuesday. So possibly Wednesday. What you got Wednesday, Corey?
I'm always
trying to figure out a day. We're figuring out a day for that real estate.
I mean, no, I'm just messing with y'all.
We'll figure it out though, man. And Jose says, thanks to everybody, shooting them thanks. He appreciates it.
I'm at the age where I actually got a bedtime, Jim.
Oh, man, that's tough, bro. Appreciate you, man. All right, y'all. So we'll see y'all next week. Lance, if you're still here, PJ Morton, Watch the Sun. Got to go check that out. And for those, check out, for those that like podcasts, especially storytelling podcasts, that Conviction podcast was pretty interesting. So with that being said, we'll see y'all here next week. 7 p.m. on Friday, another giveaway. We're going to talk about what happened in the course of the week, and we'll see y'all then. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.